Just let you know, don't let them ever catch you doing that. Huh? Trespassing, illegal. Oh, for real? You're Tina? Well, hello all. Good morning. Welcome to the Desert Goat channel, the goat with the most. Most of what? You decide. Tonight we are live. We have Converse Police Department. They've been sitting here for quite some time. Don't know what they're searching for, but they've been doing it for some time. Oh, look, they're wanting to move. I think they see us. I think they see us. Wait. Yeah, well, these cops have been sitting here for way too long. Oh, slipped and fall. Anyhow, looks like they're taking a power nap here, man. Like I said, they've been sitting here for quite some time. Nothing. Yep, it's me again. Same old stuff, man. Not too bad. How's the pup? That's good. Not too bad. Just seeing what we can find.
Enjoying fresh air, fresh air. Oh no, got action right here.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, the stars are right here, man. Yeah.
I wish we were famous. One of these days, maybe it might happen. After winning the lotto a few times, then we might be able to make it. Yeah.
But seriously, how many complaints has anybody ever heard about Converse police?
I've got great videos with y'all.
Yeah.
I think y'all do very well for what y'all do.
Not too much. Uh, same old, man. Just holding a conversation with the police officers.
Yep. Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
we're harmless.
Yeah. No, I'll do that. Everything good though?
Yeah.
All right, y'all take it easy. Hey, y'all got extra backup. Y'all see that? That's I'm not a police officer.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Let me educate you real quick for a second. All right, go ahead. I'm a person of color, but I'm gonna be 100% honest. If you give a person negativity, negativity gets onto you. So at
Yeah.
the same
Well,
time, these officers, guess what? They have a very job that deals with a lot of psychology. So they have a family, right? They have a home. They're human beings that live on planet Earth, but at the same time, it's their job. So guess what? Guess what they want to do? They want to go home safe to their family. They're shoving a camera in somebody's face. They don't have a camera shoved in your face. They have a camera to be monitored for them, for your safety, as well as their safety. And so if anything
well,
that
isn't
is to
that
be
what these are?
falsified, that's what happens. But at the same time, you're coming. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If I was on my front doorstep and you came up to me and you were giving me that type of energy, only reason I wouldn't give you that energy is because I worked on myself and I understand
Yeah.
I
Well, isn't
understand
that what
my,
these
my,
are for?
my turn now. Did you know our very first amendment? This is our job. We are supposed to do this. Did you know that? Can I ask you a question? What's your ethnicity? What's mine? I'm
Yes.
Greek. You're Greek. Okay. What's your ethnicity, sir?
I'm a mutt.
No. What's your ethnicity, sir? What's your
I'm a
ethnicity?
mutt. I'm a little bit of everything.
Okay, so I'm South American and I'm Afro-Indigenous. What is your ethnicity, sir?
Well, do you want the whole list?
Yeah, I want as much as you can. You can
I'm
give me.
everything from Cherokee, Dutch, Irish, Italian,
Okay.
everything.
Okay. So you said Cherokee, so that's indigenous, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's native to the American lands, right? You should
Yes.
be ashamed of yourself. The reason why I'm saying that is because
Why?
what's your ethnicity? You're Hispanic, right?
But see, race should never be brought up
You're
in
Hispanic,
anything.
right?
See,
You're
how
Hispanic,
racist?
right?
How racist
that's
of you?
being
You
racist.
How
have to feel-
racist?
No,
You should never.
no.
That's being racist.
Don't
by
ever bring the racist card to me because
You know, you're
as a
telling
Greek,
me.
you're looked at as Caucasian in this land. And guess what? Your people, the
Mhm.
Greeks, were actually a part of stealing the land that was stolen from the native indigenous. And guess what?
Yeah.
They passed it
That
off by
wasn't me.
documents.
Whatever
No, no,
happened
no,
a
no, no,
million
no.
years ago, that
It's
wasn't
It's
me.
no use talking to him.
I
It's
believe-
no
I
use
believe-
talking to
Go ahead.
him.
Mm.
Go ahead. Go ahead. There's a
Hey,
homecoming.
Hey, the First Amendment tells
And
us to do
I'm gonna
this.
be very
The first law of the land
Yeah.
tells us to do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna
If
be
we
honest.
don't do this, we're not
I'm gonna be
representing ourselves.
very honest. See that man right there? The mustache? He could have gave me a citation. No, he could have gave me a citation the other night
You don't think we don't know
because I was
them?
barking.
You don't think we don't know
did.
them?
I know, but what I'm saying is that what is this? Is this for clout?
Is it for clout? No.
You got a YouTube channel or something like that? That's what
It's called
for?
accountability, transparency.
But have they ever done anything wrong?
You should see some of my videos, sir.
Before
Before you judge
them.
me, you should see some of my videos first. What they have done.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you seen what happened before they even got to that point, or why the reason why it is? Because again, their job deals a lot with psychology. I just got done dealing with it. They understand that they have to read energy. Sometimes you do have to stereotype somebody, but at the same time, it's the way that you present yourself. And I'm gonna be 100% honest.
It works both ways, though, as far as that goes.
I'm from Atlanta. I'm not even from here.
You don't
So
think police
100%
officers don't stereotype people?
They
That's
do.
a good question.
That's
isn't
their
it?
job.
That's
though.
a good question.
Their
isn't it?
job.
But
But at
isn't-
times, sometimes them
like I said,
stereotyping
it's not
saves
worth
your life
talking
as
to 'em.
well as everybody else.
That's
And I'm gonna be
kinda
100% honest. I'm not sitting here. I'm not pro police officer. But
Neither am I. I believe we
pro-
need police. They need to be retrained.
They need to be retrained. But do these two individuals need to be retrained? And do they deserve to you come up harassing them and that?
Now,
What do
we
you
don't
for
know
a
what they
living?
do behind
What do
other
you do for a
people's scenes.
living?
We
What do you do
see
for a
what
living,
we.
sir?
What do
know
I
what they
do?
might do with us, but what do they
What do you do for a
to-
living, sir?
What do I do?
Exactly
for a living?
this.
I don't answer questions, dude. As
What
far
do you
as
do?
that goes.
Oh, you don't ask questions.
I don't
You
answer
ask questions. You know what?
I didn't ask no questions.
You know what?
I didn't ask no questions. You asked a
Again,
question. You
but
said,
I'm a-
"What are we
I'm gonna
doing?"
be
I
very-
said, "Holding them accountable." It is our First Amendment to do this. It is our responsibility to do this. Did
It's
you
your
know that?
responsibility.
But see, you're going to try to twist that.
It's
It
your
is our
responsibility.
It is our
Are you a
responsibility.
politician?
No, it's our responsibility.
Are you a police officer?
It's called being American, sir.
See,
It's
It's called
what?
being American.
Sir, you can't even say that you're American because you're Greek. You identify as Greek. You're not
I was
American.
born and raised here.
No. You weren't supposed to be born here.
he sounds
Me-
just like Adolf Hitler.
Him and him, we were supposed to be born here. The children I got in the car, the woman I got in the car right now, indigenous. Greek is on the other side of the water, sir.
Okay.
Again, your people stole this land and they learned the
That
art of manipulation. You want to know why?
wasn't
It's
me.
because
That wasn't
it's
me.
in your bloodline, sir.
I don't care what's
It's
in my
in your
bloodline.
bloodline.
I know what's right and what I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm not.
You refuse to be wrong. And you know what?
It's not about refusing.
How is he?
I've seen
How is
that
he
a million
wrong?
How am I
times.
wrong?
I've seen that a million times.
I did
Okay,
not do
okay,
that.
let me
Go through
see.
the history of
I didn't do
America.
that to people.
How many times we're talking about after they stole the country, then slavery, and then after slavery, when they
This
told
guy's an
everybody they were
idiot.
free,
Why
then
bother
guess what?
talking
It
to
was
him?
whites. It was whites only, blacks only. Mexicans got to go to the backs. Black people got to go to the
And
backs.
I did
they
nothing
still- no,
to do with none of that.
Can I
And
ask you a question?
when did I do
Is your
this?
family? Do you have a long generation that was here in Texas?
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep it
Oh
100%
yeah.
honest.
Oh
With you.
yeah.
You can't blow smoke up my ass because guess what? I've been around Caucasians and I've
Mhm.
been that fly on the wall when I was a kid all the way up. And guess what? I've heard a lot of conversations that they'll have behind the clothes and behind the four walls of their home. They'll have these conversations and they'll have comfort and they'll have them amazingly and they'll speak how they want to speak about another race, but they'll never do it to their face because they know for one thing. They know for one thing is for sure.
That's your
My
opinion.
people, we're
Who-
warriors.
Who says my
And
girlfriend?
guess what?
Who
No,
says
we're
my
warriors.
girlfriend's
We
not
don't,
black?
we
Who
don't,
says
we
my
don't, we
girlfriend's
never
not
dealt
black?
in our
Who says
art
my
of
girlfriend's not
manipulation.
black?
I don't care. Sir, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That is a fetish. And guess what? You to
It's
just
a
bring that for me. What if I
fetish?
told you? Oh,
It's
what
a
if I had a?
fetish?
Yeah, yeah. It's a fetish. It's a
Oh.
fetish.
He's an idiot.
It's a
Like I
fetish.
told you.
I'm a who, sir? Yeah, I have a college degree, sir. And not only that, I'm a part of a
Well,
great
no,
deal of
people have
society
driver's
that
license,
you
but
don't
don't mean they
understand.
can drive.
Organization. You need to go look up 19 Keys, Brother Ben X, Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah, I've read them.
No. It's not about reading them. It's about understanding them. And
Yes,
guess what?
I understand.
These with these cameras have nothing to do with that.
Has
if you're going to
everything.
really do the work, if you're really going to do the work and you really want to be doing something, you don't need to be doing it with this. What you need to be doing is going to your people. You need to be letting them know.
You
that, hey,
are
bro,
my
you need to-
people.
You need to,
Yeah,
but
you
guess
are
what?
our
You're my people. He's my people.
No.
They're my people.
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Why are
In a
you being
sense,
racist?
yes, we are all the same. We're all human first. I believe that we're human first.
You know, you're my
everything else
people. Like I
secondary.
said, you're my
However,
people.
at the
He's
same
my
time,
people. They're my people. Why are you being
right here,
racist?
this right here, I'm not being racist.
Yes, you are.
These
You
are
just.
historical facts, sir. What
Oh,
are
so
you
you're
talking
saying I
about?
have a time machine?
These are historical facts. Go look in the
Now,
history.
now look at this.
Did you
Now,
go to school?
Can I bring up one thing
Did you go to
and
school?
smash all of this? You ready?
What do you
Hey,
think?
George Floyd. If nobody was there recording those cops that day, they would have got away with murder. They would have got away with murder if
Sir,
somebody
do you-
wasn't there recording
Okay,
the cops.
okay,
Word? True
okay,
or false?
Okay,
True or
no,
false?
no. But that's been happening. That's been happening.
And if
And
we
we're
don't
here
hold
to
them,
continue it, make sure it don't.
But I'm
happen.
telling you that these officers aren't those type of people.
Did we say that? When did that ever come up in our conversation?
you.
What I'm saying is that you need to
You
go
came up
actually
on
feel the
us.
ones that are like that. Yeah, because I'm
Yeah,
trying to
well,
what's
see,
going on.
Because
here's.
absolutely
Can I?
nothing's
Okay,
going
okay.
on.
You.
This is
Okay, you asked us a question. Can I ask you a
one
question?
of the problems. You know, I'm gonna be 100%. I'm
Can
a
I ask
host
you a
of
question?
podcast, and this is one of the things that we talked about. We just
Okay.
got done talking about the
Okay,
social shift.
dude,
We have
dude,
podcasts
dude.
too, and this is what we
And
talk
this,
about.
Dude,
you have
dude,
a
dude,
podcast,
dude,
and this
dude.
is what you talk about.
Dude, can I ask you a
This is what
question?
you chose for your podcast.
Accountability and our amendment, yes, this
Dude.
is very much what we talk about.
Can I ask you one
Our
question?
freedoms,
Okay, you
Hey.
need to go look up.
See, we're out
Look
here
up
for
your
you.
Greek
We're out here
history,
for you.
And so go to
Can-
your people. And
You
guess
are
what?
my people.
Tell them. No.
Yeah.
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
I just
Because
want
what
to
I'm
ask you
saying-
one question.
Because go ahead.
Okay, how do we know that they're not that way?
Again, like I just
Do
said,
you have?
that person right there could have gave me a citation, and he did it.
Yes.
He was very
Officer
understanding.
discretion.
He
It's
worked
up
with
to
me.
him if he wanted to
Listen,
give
listen.
you a ticket.
I've been through. Have you ever been to Mississippi?
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
family
Okay.
there.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't get racially profiled. I actually got fucking racially profiled.
Yeah,
don't know
so
what
have
that's
I.
like because you're Greek and you look
I've
like
been,
and you're
I've been
Caucasian.
profiled. So
No,
I'm, so just because I'm white, I've never been profiled. I've never been pulled over and searched for no reason.
Cut that shit right now because your profiling, is not the same as my profile. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? Your profile. So if you're profiled by blacks,
That's
guess
why I
what?
said, that's why I said
but
race
guess
should
what?
never be
But
brought
why?
up because
of
everybody
slavery,
gets pulled
sir.
over for no reason.
No.
It
When
doesn't
you
matter
get
what race
pulled over,
you
you're
are.
white, sir. You're white.
I got pulled over and
Yeah,
searched
but-
for no reason.
Search for no reason. Why? But I'm gonna be
Why?
Here's
Hey,
a-
that has
if
nothing to
I
do
was
with
a
me.
cop
Why?
right now,
I don't
if
know
I was
why.
a cop, I would search you for no reason. But that has nothing to do with your skin color. That has all to do with your energy and the way that you present yourself.
Exactly, breaking the law.
All the way.
Breaking
No,
the law.
that's not breaking the
he's
law.
right. He's right. 100%.
It's about saying like, hey, sir, you look suspicious, and they're trying to keep.
Okay, is that a
But they have no
misdemeanor?
right to search us.
Is that a misdemeanor or a
I
felony?
didn't say yank you out the car.
Is that
They
a
have no right to get us
misdemeanor?
out of the car asking us politely.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? Looking
Y'all
suspicious.
podcast is whack as shit.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Wow, see how fast that shit can happen, y'all? And like I said, most of the interactions I have with the police department, it's always the citizens that have something to say to me. Why is that, people? We're here to protect their rights, and this is what we get in return. That is just some crazy stuff, people.
He can't even identify a misdemeanor or a felony, but yet he's educated.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
some crazy stuff.
Sure,
Too.
yeah.
That's entertainment
He's
right there,
talking
sir.
about education, and he can't tell you the difference between a misdemeanor or a felony.
I probably couldn't spell either one.
Probably couldn't give you the definition.
Wow. And this is the second time I come to report cops, and I get an interaction with our people, our people that we're out here trying to protect and make sure everything stays good. And this is what we get. This right here is what we get.
So you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah.
Oh, certainly. Certainly. Soon as
Yeah. Yes,
sir, just to let you know.
Oh no,
No, sir, I am
our stuff
live.
is raw. He's live. He's live, and mine's
Yeah, right
unlive.
now.
Can I give him a ticket for littering right there?
Yes.
Yeah, you can give me a ticket.
Hey, Elizondo 440 gave. I was the. He pulled me over in front of Rocket Storage for
Yeah.
my cigarette ashes.
Yeah, you're well within your right to
That's
give me a
you,
ticket for it.
Elizondo? Oh,
Check it out.
I didn't even know it was you, man.
And
How
see,
doing, brother?
you know, I'm openly admitting it,
have you
and
seen
I am
the video
live
yet?
openly admitting to it.
Oh man.
Hey, can I have some?
Man,
Go
you
for
gotta
it.
check out your
What's his name?
video. That thing, hey, that night you pulled me over to that thing, he's got a million views.
Yes, sir. Hey, it's Lozano.
Lozano, yeah.
Yeah. So,
440, right? 440? Yeah, 440, yeah.
Hey, thank you for picking it
yeah.
up.
But yeah, you're welcome. And plus, I'm also live. So yeah, not only did my viewers hear you say it, but they're hearing me admit it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I do things occasionally wrong,
Yeah,
And-
nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
and I have no problem.
That's why I ain't smiling. Y'all,
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
even tell my viewers, when I do wrong.
Mhm.
y'all exercise, y'all freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm trying to explain to even him. I was like, I'm out here for you, anyways, dude. I'm out here for him. But like I said, my last couple of interactions, I went out to go film some cops, and I got more response out of citizens and people than I have out of the actual cop watches that I've been doing. So it's amazing, dude, that you're up for standing up for people's rights, and then you get reflect like that, and it's like, wow, did that just happen, or am I tripping, or? Oh yeah, I bet so, yeah.
But since you said you would search us anyway on pure energy, I just got one question. Would that be a misdemeanor or a felony? But if you were, and if you could search us, would that, be a misdemeanor or a felony for no reason, just because you can? What do you think? What's your opinion? That's all I'm looking for is an opinion.
Oh yeah.
Earlier, you were talking with this
Right now,
one.
you're expressing a lot of
You
you're expressing a lot of you and him are both expressing a lot of Trumpism and white supremacy.
Trumpism. Explain.
Like it's ignorant.
How is it Trumpism?
It's ignorant. Right.
So, okay, what do you think of our current president?
I don't care for
Yeah. And that's what I
Okay.
but I don't care for government.
Because- Okay, then we're good on that.
Because I understand.
and that's what they discussed
Yeah.
in the law too.
But yet, I can tell you, me, myself, I have been stereotyped by Mexican Border Patrol.
Mr. Greek man.
Oh, really? But yeah,
Why do you call him Mr. Greek man? Wouldn't it be more respect?
I don't know his name.
Well, wouldn't it be better to say, hey, sir? Like my name?
Right now, y'all are acting like TMZ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, TMZ, I don't watch TMZ.
You don't watch TMZ?
No.
Well, you're acting like paparazzi.
Oh yeah.
Now, it's just like with me, if I wanted to hold a conversation with you, I wouldn't call you, by any ethnicity or anything like that or background. It would be, hey, sir.
That's why they always say.
I would come up with you with respect.
It's common fact.
Skin color should have nothing to do with it. That's what I'm against.
I went to,
Do you know how many people that I've caught bad cops pulling over due to racism? And I'm against it.
How much racism did you stop before? Do you just stop racism?
Oh yeah, I mean
Everybody. It's just like, with you, what you're saying, I don't have to put it on my channel, but I do. Because, that's what I'm interested in. I like hearing your story.
Yeah, my podcast is the same thing. Barbecue Talk Podcast.
Yeah.
but it's way better. We deal with healthy, positive, intellectual
Yeah.
conversations with a judgment-free environment where you get to be
Oh
your
no,
true
no,
unique
I'm
self.
not like
But
that.
again, we
I
have
get what I
healthy, positive, intellectual conversations on
Oh.
subjects and topics. But we have amongst each other,
So
and we express amongst each other. And
Yeah.
guess what? We don't go shoving a camera down somebody's face. You have kids?
Yes, I do.
So what if somebody came up to your kid because they chose to be a police officer?
Oh, well,
and they were shoving it in
actually,
their
to
face?
tell you the truth, can I be honest with you? One of my kids is actually in the military.
In the
Had-
military,
Had the same thing happen to him.
what?
You know,
He got profiled, or he had a camera shoved in his face.
the camera,
Okay,
and it's a woman,
how did she? How did she?
and she handled it very well, very professional.
But I'm gonna be very honest with you. As humans in this society, in this day and age,
y'all know what a worst
we've been conditioned to hide our internal emotions, and I bet you inside it bothered her. It probably hurt her.
No, it
Because-
didn't.
No, it probably
I
secretly
raised her
did.
properly.
No. It's not about you raising her properly. And see, this is what I'm saying. Because people think that they do everything properly and perfectly. No, you're
Yeah,
imperfect.
well-
You're an imperfect person.
Well, have you
But you
ever
gotta
heard?
understand that right now, your colleague right here is putting an animal in distress because that animal has been conditioned to recognize threats and read energy. Your energy for that animal is all the way off. All the way off. I have dogs. And they
So do
wouldn't
I.
like any one of y'all's energy. And I'm talking about without the camera in your face.
Oh, so do I.
What I'm
I got a
But
Converse at home.
your animals are gonna sync up to your energy, so they're gonna think it's okay. They're conditioned to think that that's okay. My animals, however, are breeding from a way more pure, positive type of energy, and they read it the same way. And I don't hate anybody for their skin color because I have Caucasians that I consider family,
Yeah.
Hispanics, Afro-Indigenous people, those are that are considered
Yeah.
African American. I mean, like all different
Yeah.
type of Hispanics in my family, and all different types of
Yeah.
cultures
Well-
and ethnicities. So I'm far from racist, and you call me racist on numerous occasions. And I
Yes,
have no
and
racist rhetoric
Well,
at all.
try to
So,
look.
so I'm gonna do something.
Right.
I apologize to you if I may seem as if I came off to you in the wrong way. However, not once in this, how you talked about raising somebody properly, did you at
Well-
once ever try to apologize to me? And
Well,
I
I
hate it.
will
I
apologize for it,
Yeah.
but this is where I'm coming from. You're talking about history that this gentleman has nothing to do with.
By DNA, he does. And for you to tell him that he has nothing to do with it, he has ancestors. I have
Yeah,
ancestors.
well,
If my ancestors were a part of actually doing
this
something of that
this is the
nature, then
present.
guess what? I would
Now,
be-
what if I were to tell
Yeah,
you,
go ahead.
what if I went through the history books of your family?
Mhm.
Now, what if I found a serial killer in your family?
Sure.
And what if I told you, because you have that serial killer, it makes you a serial killer?
But, well,
Because
it was part
of-
my bloodline, and
because
my
of
DNA.
DNA.
That means that it could have something. He comes from those that are
Yeah.
masters of the art of manipulation, as well
I mean,
as
yeah,
serial
so-
killers. Christopher Columbus.
So as I told you, I have plenty of.
Hispanics came by way of
I-
have ties to Spaniards, and guess
I-
what?
I
Spaniards
have-
as well as
I have-
Egyptians and Africans
I'm a
dealt
very
with
mixed.
slavery as well. They just dealt with slavery in a way different
I'm
way,
from a
depending on who the
mixed
leaders were.
heritage,
Yeah, me too.
and I got a few family members that done things that aren't too well. What if I told you because of my father, I haven't spoken to him in 20 years. Ask me why. Because I dated a young woman that was of Hispanic descent. And it's not a fetish. If he wants to date a black woman, it's not a fetish.
It can be viewed as a fetish. I'm gonna be
It,
very
it,
honest
it
with
can
you.
be.
I'm gonna be very honest with you.
But who are you?
Go take this to Atlanta.
But
Go
who
take
are
this to
you?
Atlanta. Go take this where there's a high demographic of blacks and Hispanics in one room, and you go tell them that, and they're gonna tell you
But-
something way different.
But who are you
There's people. Who am I?
to
Who am I?
judge
I'm a
him?
god, sir.
You're a guy, right? You're human?
Yeah.
So am I. So is
But I
he.
said I have God energy because I was made.
Yeah,
God,
we're all-
kings and queens. Yeah,
We're all
we all have
fathers.
a-
We're all sons and daughters of a god or goddess, depending on your religious belief.
It's not about really. I'm spiritual, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I come from warrior.
Yes.
godly warriors that fought in positive natures with positive energies.
Jeez.
They
Yeah.
didn't come at things with malice.
Like the
and
Inca?
undercutting people.
Are you
90,
are you
majority
dis-
of the world are ran by Europeans, sir. And
are
by the
you do
Army
you
and
have
communist
Inca?
nation.
You have Inca descent in you. Okay, they were the most bloodiest of people.
But I'm Ecuadorian, so you never asked me that. And Ecuadorians didn't start off as Incas. They were
Yeah.
actually invaded by Incas.
Yeah.
They were invaded by Incas. So
Yeah.
I'm not
Exactly.
an Inca by
Well, I asked
divine
you a very
intervention.
specific question. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I didn't.
I just know I just know who I am, sir.
I
know
did.
who I am.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to come up with the right words with it. I mean, yes, I do have an education. It's
No,
not
I
as
understand
it's
what you're saying.
it's not as high as I want it
It's
to.
just that I'm South American, Afro-Indigenous, and I've studied my bloodline and my history, and all of those. And guess what? They're all the righteous people that dealt with
How do you know?
I've done my history.
Well, we'll see all
and
over
my
there.
research on my own self, on myself. So that's what.
Can
So
you
instead
can
of
you provide?
instead of you all doing research on them, you need to do research on yourself.
I do.
On yourself.
How can I? I can't just limit it to myself.
No, you need to start with yourself first.
If I'm going to do myself, I'm
You're
going to
no
do
diff-
you.
you're no
I'm going to do
different than a
him.
cop.
I'm going to do
You know,
them.
You treated officers.
Well,
like as
the officer with
paparazzi.
the officer with the canine there.
Mhm.
Ask him about me.
Oh yeah, they know us.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
he will tell you the first time that I spoke to him, I did so with the utmost respect.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that you can actually go around the world and go to the cops. Like you talked about George Floyd, instead of having a camera in their face, go have a camera in those that killed George Floyd's face. Go to
They
those that
did.
are actually
That's
doing.
why
No, I
they got.
said
That's
you.
why they got busted.
No, I said you go do that to other places and not to cops that weren't, because it's just
This
it's
is-
very
this is-
it's very inhumane, and it's like you're treating it's like a celebrity. It's
This
like
is how
celebrities
we
that do
educate
nothing
them.
wrong to the people, but certain people, they want to get paid for doing things that aren't of a good nature.
Desert good people.
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you can pick something that actually creates more positive ripples in the world.
Yeah. Well, that's
You don't believe the world difference that we're making doing this.
that's
You just
what
don't
I'm trying to.
understand. I mean, you're hearing me talk, but in reality, what we see, what we do, has a lot of people thinking about the way that this world is rotating right now.
Yeah.
If we don't stand up for our rights, we're gonna lose our rights. If we lose our rights, they're gonna tell us where to eat, where to stand, and how to shit.
They can't.
Let us lose our rights and watch them. It'll be like Nazi Germany all over again.
I'll never lose my rights, sir. I'll never lose my rights because I'm of divine intervention. I
Mhm.
live in divinity, sir.
Yeah.
By divine nature, I was free. I was born free. By
Yeah.
divine intervention.
So you're saying our rights? So basically, what you're saying, our rights can never be stripped from us?
Nobody can strip my rights. Maybe yours, but not mine, sir.
You hear that, people, right? Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
Nobody can strip my rights.
He's immune to the government.
Oh yeah. You wanna know why?
Yeah.
You wanna know why? You see this?
Mhm.
Because guess what? I can not only go to the Hispanic Coalition, as well as other coalitions and organizations that deal with people of color. Like I told you, Brother Ben X, 19 Keys, look them up.
Mhm.
Those are the people that Derek Graves too.
But you still can't ignore the
You
fact that
understand what I'm
people wasn't
saying?
there recording that day George Floyd's murderers would have got away.
I didn't
You
say
have
that,
to.
but,
You
but
have
sir,
to. You have to record the cops. You have to. Everybody, even you. Next time,
in
you get pulled
in
over.
that situation, I understand. What I'm saying is that
You never know when that situation is going to come across you.
go to the. I'm gonna be very honest. Because you're Greek and you're Caucasian,
Mhm.
instead of you doing this, you need to actually be playing a wolf in sheep clothing. You need to actually be in disguise and get close to those and talk to those and let them reveal who they are to you, because they'll openly do it. Meet them at bars and things like that, of that nature. Actually do what the government does. And what they do is, guess what? They go in disguise.
And
Because guess what they did with
some
the
people
Black
do.
Panthers?
Some of them do violate people's rights.
Because the Black Panthers
Oh.
move the
Oh, Black
movement.
Panthers have done violent things as well.
Any organization of color that was
BML.
doing anything positive for themselves, governing themselves. We're talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that were done that was done by the government, right? That was done by the government. The government ruined a black
The government's not perfect.
a black
That's the
community
reason
in
we're
many
out here.
black cities. But sir, what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that
Didn't
what
we
I'm saying
just
is that
elect a black president not too long ago?
Yes, we did.
who we
Well, you are an American citizen, are you
I
not?
know, but you keep on bringing up these accusations. You keep on bringing up
Barack
these things
Obama.
about black people and trying to make it like you're gonna sway me, sir.
I'm not trying to sway you.
Only thing I'm trying to sway. The only thing I'm trying to sway you on is
a people's president. And as a president, you're not a president of one people. However, we've had more white presidents, those that are even mixed with Greek and Italian, that were of
But-
for their own white Caucasian people.
But here's my question.
That's just because no other races really ran, though. You got to figure Obama was one of the first ones, black people that ran, and he actually got it. Look it up, dude.
Yeah, I know he got it.
The reason we've had a lot of white presidents, that's just because of the people that were
You
running.
talking about the government. That was called emotional manipulation because they knew.
But there's nobody else. But you can't sit there and throw in that well, there's been a bunch of white. There's been a bunch of white presidents because there's been nobody else running, dude.
How many black
There's
senators?
nobody been else
Mexican.
running.
Don't we have a
It's
Mexican
it's
senator
bunch of-
here
it's
in
a bunch
Texas
of,
as well?
It's a bunch of Caucasian little boys who their ancestors ran away from their parents' home, which is their country, away from the crown. And guess what? They ended up doing and implementing the same things that were being done to them. They just did it here. And guess what? They stole the country. They didn't come over here. They didn't find this country.
But what you
first.
got to
Who
realize,
was
the
here
people that
first?
live now in this
The
generation,
Vikings,
we didn't do
the
that.
Vikings stumbled upon America.
You keep
the
saying it's in my
American
blood.
land, and they left.
My blood is to represent all human beings and represent our freedoms. It doesn't matter to me what race it is. I didn't live back in the plantation field days. That wasn't me.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. You gotta take responsibility of what the ancestors did. And you gotta hold yourself accountable because
Why?
that's a part of your bloodline. And then at the same time, you gotta ask
So
yourself,
if somebody robs
are
a
you gonna
bank,
do
you got to
something
go to
different?
jail for it
I
just
didn't say
because they
that.
were in your family. You're saying the same thing.
But
If somebody in your family robs a bank, are you supposed to take the
understand
fall
this
for
because
it?
they did that and I didn't. If I'm in that,
Go ahead.
it follows me.
It follows you,
follows me.
but it shouldn't make. But you are your
You know-
own
you know-
individual. You're your
You know
own
who
person.
Tupac Shakur is?
Yes.
Okay,
dude.
so you know who Tupac
Yes.
Shakur is. You know his mother, Afeni Shakur.
Yes, and
But
it
Tulu
wasn't like the
Shakur,
song
all of the
described
Shakurs,
either. She
do
was
you
a nice
under-
lady.
Do you understand that they were a part of the Black Panther organization? And when he became a rapper, that even before he was being followed by the FBI, as he became a signed artist, is that as soon as he did and what he was speaking about, he immediately was already on the radar. And the reason why he was sought after was by the government because of his association from his ancestors, but they weren't doing anything right. They were trying to gain their civil rights, right?
Wasn't there a
But
black
why-
guy?
why
So I
should- why
just
should
talking
I-
about. So what I'm saying, did he act? He never was a Black Panther. He never was a Black Panther that was ever associated with any type of things that Black Panthers were doing. However, what it is that he was trying to bring awareness that guess what? Same thing that you're doing. Hey man, they're killing us. They're doing this. They're doing that. And nobody's paying attention. He was talking about. He was actually naming government name officials and what what parts they played in doing wrong to Black Americans. But again, you can never identify that, sir. You can never identify that, sir, because you're Caucasian and your people have never in this American land have dealt with what we have dealt with. And I bring it up because he doesn't understand. Because guess what? When I was pulled over in Mississippi, I am Hispanic and I am Afro Indigenous. My name is DeAndre Tapia. D Tapia.
Mhm.
But my other two middle names can both go as either Hispanic and Black. One is definitely Hispanic. And they asked me, what do I identify with? Still illegally search me and then continue to lie and say that I had weed in the car and drugs and paraphernalia, but his dog never once barked and acted as that dog did.
Okay.
That dog
Now,
was
now,
docile.
now, now, you see what you're telling us right now is the exact reason we're here doing what we're doing right now. We're making sure they don't violate other people's rights either.
Now
We're
here-
here for the people. We're here for the
You're
people.
not listen, because I got people for me.
Mhm.
I'm a person that's for my people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what if your people just suddenly stood up and
Elijah
said,
Muhammad
what if-
Ali. I mean,
but here's another question for you. What if your
Malcolm
people,
X, Martin Luther King.
what
are
if your,
people I
what if
identify
a
with.
small group of your people stood up and said you didn't speak for 'em? Would you still admit openly that you speak for 'em?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, sir. My whole life, I've never been identified fully by many of my people. I'm talking Hispanic and black, but it doesn't change because guess what? Only those smart those are lost and negative. I can, but I have many of, but I still speak to them.
But what if
Jesus,
what if they
person that
ask
believes
you?
that race should be taken. I'm a person that believes race should be taken out of everything.
well, you're human first and secondary.
Yeah.
And your
Race should be
ethnicity
taken out
does
of everything.
play a part of who you are as a human person. He about to get caught. But guess what he just did? Guess what he just did? They just kind of like violate the law. But
Yeah.
when
And
he's
see, that's the
suspicious, but
that's
he's
the
suspicious, and he's either a Hispanic, a lighter Hispanic male, or a Caucasian
yeah.
that did something very
And
suspicious.
and
Now.
speaking of such things, I
So
mean,
I mean,
I
that's
know
just
you
what it is.
disagree with what I do with, and
No,
that's
I
your
disagree. It's not what you do that I disagree
okay.
with, because I understand what he's saying, and I'm for that.
Now,
Hey, yeah, we should bring
what
these
if
things
I
to light.
told you I
I
felt?
don't. I disagree with the presentation.
Now, what
That's
if I
the flaw
told
with
you?
You
what you're
never know
doing,
what
the
you're walking up
presentation.
on.
What
You
if
never
I?
know. You never know.
Now, what if I told
you
you?
you just
But
don't
you
know.
don't have to walk up on them. Well, what you could do is you could schedule interviews. You could
I've
schedule
tried.
interview with police
And
officers.
let me
They
tell
don't
you,
wanna
let me tell you the problem with that. You schedule an interview, they're going to be fine and dandy when you get there. You got to catch them off guard.
Okay, so you got to go to city halls then.
City halls, they ain't
Or-
gonna let
or go
they
to the-
the city halls are not going to tell us which cops are good and which cops are bad.
Okay,
We
so
could
you
do
you-
FOIA requests
so
and
you-
get records on them all
okay,
day
so
long.
you do your research.
We know
So
these
it-
officers.
so what
we
you-
know these officers
Okay, so what
already.
you do is you actually get your information from the people and the interactions they get. You
Yeah.
tell the people of San
That's-
Antonio. No,
that's why I do.
Hold on, because this is going on your channel, right? I'm gonna tell you right
It's
now.
already
What
on my
what
channel. You
okay,
are
so-
live.
Yeah, all right, so I'm live. So what you want to do to San Antonio people, if you really want to help your people, is always get the name and the badge number of your officer, and then after that,
We do.
okay. So tell them to do that.
We do.
Yeah.
But
We
stop
get
doing
we get
that.
all
This-
we're never gonna stop, dude. Never,
Hello?
never. I will never
It's just
stop
your
standing up for my
presentation.
rights.
Never stop. Yes, never stop. But your presentation is sloppy.
Yes, so is yours.
Nowhere near. I love my work. So does all my
So, guys, what we got here is a guy who thinks he's
Above
God. You heard him admit that he had some kind of godly like powers. You know, he's invisible to any and all anti like Nazism and all that other stuff. You know, just he won't lay off it.
Right, if only set this off for 30, 36 minutes.
So please, you know, you all see him. You all heard he has a podcast. I will ask that you guys be nice to this gentleman if you ever find his podcast. You know, peace, love, happiness, equal rights for all. Even though I may totally disagree with him, he's still an American citizen and he deserves that respect. So, yeah, guys, go out. Remember, as always, sharing is caring. Always be a good neighbor.